Hey, this is Trent from After the Burial, and you are listening to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience.
Welcome back to the Metal Teddy Bear Experience here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This is your host, Chris. I'm here at Gramercy Theatre right now with After the Burial, Trent, Adrian. How you guys doing right now?
Good, man. Good.
Super
Glad to be
sick.
here.
Glad to be talking to you guys again. Really pumped. This is the Rareform Across the Continent tour.
Got it.
Probably my favorite album by you guys. Really stoked. How was it for you doing this album?
Nostalgic, obviously. It was a long time ago that we wrote all these songs, and we were in different musical headspaces, personal headspaces, and just like, you know, it was an overall different time in the industry, in the scene. So it's cool to be playing them now and have people kind of be like, oh yeah, I remember that riff, even though they haven't listened to this song in maybe like 10 years or something like that. Yeah. So it's been a lot of fun.
And
awesome.
How did you guys what made you want to do this? Like, someone brought it to your attention, you just felt like it?
Yeah, I mean, it felt fitting being as it was like our first release on Sumerian, and as far as like what we contributed to the music scene with bringing some of the lower tune stuff and the stuff that we were doing back then that nobody was really doing at the time. We felt, it's a lot of people say it's our best record, or it's like what got them into a certain style of music, or just us in general. So to have a chance to even be around 10 years later when we took such a risk, we felt, when we released Rareform, is kind of like a landmark to us. And so it was only fitting that we kind of showed up, paid our respects to the fans that gave us the opportunity, and also to ourselves, just to like still be trucking 10 years later and like still making heavy music, still coming out. Gramercy's sold out tonight in pre-sale tickets, and it's cool to like be able to still like do it. Kill it.
Yeah, the fans actually brought it to our attention, or like throughout this year, like every like post, an Instagram post, when's Rareform 10-year type, like when's it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? And of course, it was on our radar. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the fact that I granted wasn't around at the time, but like I can say as a fan, like everyone knows that album. You know, everyone knows Aspirations and Berserker. Like those are the songs that back then, when I was younger, listening to, I was like, you know what I mean? And it's cool that it's just like, obviously you look at all the social media and stuff, like I said, like every post, people are always talking about it. When's it going to happen? This is the year. Like they were counting down, like it seemed like. So that was really cool. And like to have it be as received, like as well as it's been, it's pretty sick.
I usually do that with my favorite records. I always count down. I'm like 10-year anniversary time or 15,
right.
Like
set a little
reminder. They should make an app for that. Whoever's out there and a developer is
they probably do.
Yeah, something.
There's always an app for something.
Just I remember 10%.
We were like nerding out back in the day from Berserker when we first heard that riff, and Vicious.
Yeah.
Like those two songs were like, we were so nerds about it.
Yeah, those are definitely nerdy songs. Well, Berserker's the oldest one on the record. That was actually supposed to be on Forging a Future Self, but we didn't wrap the entire song up in time for us to get it on that record. So we're just like, well, let's make this one perfect, and then that's why it was first on Rareform.
Do you guys ever have songs from like the vault, like that you
all
wrote?
The time? Yeah.
Oh, you write that many like extras for albums?
There's definitely a vault of old riffs, not full songs. Well, there are some full songs, but like they're not on a record right now because they don't make sense yet. Okay. There are songs, that on Dig Deep there are riffs in songs that are 8 years old. Some like there's a riff on Dig Deep that's from 2005. Oh, wow. And that would be over 10 years old when that record came out. So yeah, man, it's like in the age that we're in now where you can record something and you don't have to just like use it right away. You can just kind of set it off to the side if it's not playing that role in the song. We're fortunate enough to have like the technology and the storage space that we can like pick and choose, and obviously like the writing ability to pick and choose like what should go there, instead of being like, okay, well, this is all I could come up with, this is what is going to have to be. So
and you guys just recently wrapped up your new album, right? You posted that was completed.
Yep.
It took like 5 weeks.
Yeah, we were in there for 5 weeks. Well, 5 weeks was the recording process itself, and then
so is it still being like mixed and stuff like
no, it's all done. It's mixed mastered.
Okay.
It's that's just step one in a long series of steps that you gotta align your team, you have to roll out music videos, you have to roll out artwork, conceptual stuff, all across the board with marketing the album itself. publicity and stuff like that. It just it takes a long time, like 6 months minimum to roll it all out.
Do you guys usually do a lot of the marketing, like business side of things, or you get someone else?
Yeah, I mean, we have a team. We have a management team, and we have agents that we work with, and we also have A&R people at the label. And
we sit on a round table, I would say.
Yeah.
Like we're all like CC'd in emails, and we're all discussing openly. Like it's not like we pass it and let them do whatever. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's a good, we have a really good team right now
For sure.
surrounded us, and it's a group effort for sure. There's always, I mean, there's probably 12 to 15 people at any given time working with us to accomplish these goals, whether it be a music video, an artistic direction, a marketing angle where we're trying something new, building relationships with companies that we may have not had one with before. So yeah, it's a definitely like a team effort. It's not just us. I mean, we only know so much of that side of the business. I write music. Like I'm not a like manager side, like to a certain extent, obviously, but like.
And I play bass. So.
Yeah, it's like we're I don't like to go over to that side too much if I don't need to, because it's like not my.
A lot of people like to be hands-on.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So I was just curious how you guys work.
We're hands-on in a sense that the creative aspect of it is decided by us. But how to get from point A to point B and get the thing done, like when when we say we want the music video to look like this and this is the idea, then it's like, okay, go figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
And bring us back treatments and like when we'll make the decisions. But as far as like writing it down and being the person that's like, yeah, we should use that camera and stuff like that's out of our element. Like we know what we want to see. We know what the vibe that we want to get when hypothetically here we're talking about a music video. Like it's everything's a long process, especially with new album stuff, because you want it to be perfect and you want it to hit right off the rip and like people to enjoy
at the right
it.
time. Yeah.
So anything, speaking of the new album, anything that like album titles, vision, or anything?
Can't give you anything like that yet. Not even a song name. What I can tell you.
How many tracks?
I can't tell you that yet either. I can tell you that we will be releasing a single sometime over the winter, and then we are releasing it next year, sometime in the spring.
Okay.
Other than that, we're still in because we wrapped that up. We wrapped the mix and master up about 2 weeks before we started rehearsals for this tour. So, when we're out on the road, it's kind of hard to take care of that business just because it's like a very involving process being out here. But once we get back, like the wheels are going to start turning, the ball's going to get rolling.
On deck, yeah.
You were speaking about nostalgia before with Rareform and all that. Did that have any influence on the new album?
No. It really, with every one of our albums, it's like it's got to be its own thing. Every album sounds different, and it's.
But it still has that core element.
Yeah,
it still has that core feel for sure.
Like After the Burial, but like it's just it's a snapshot of us musically in that time and space. So no, never really like going back and being like, oh yeah, we should write another Berserker or anything like that, because we've tried that before and it just never works. You end up having a song that you spend 2 months on, and it's track 7 that everybody skips over. So it's just like doing that is a way thing of the past. Just because it's like we wrote those songs because we didn't have an identity yet, and it was like trying to find what works for us, like as players, as musicians, as enthusiasts of metal and hip hop and like all these different types of music we listen to. Like now we have our own brand, our own identity musically, and so it's never like. I mean, there's still inspiration, but it's never like, oh, hey, let's go back and write a riff like this because it's nostalgic. And like, it's just like, if people like it, they're going to like it. If they don't, they're not going to. Like, you can't force it.
Yeah, but it's not like a huge leap. And like, those bands like change their whole direction entirely.
No, it's still heavy.
Yeah. I can say confidently,
like, record. Like, it's still us, but it's not,
super
some
heavy.
people are like, oh, right, is it going to sound like Dig Deep? Well, no, dude. Dig Deep sounds like Dig Deep. Like that record was written, and we did it, and it sounds great. This one is a different record. It sounds sick.
It's really intense. I'll say that for sure. Yeah, that's one
but
thing.
it's
I'll
like
give
it's
you.
its own thing. It's like it's hard to explain, man. It's art. You don't want to paint the same picture 50 times.
Of course, yeah.
So it's but yeah, we all really enjoy it. It's definitely
we all love it.
A heavy one, and I think my favorite solo work that I've done on any record. So.
What are you talking about?
Solo guitars, like guitar solos. So, Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm really pumped.
Because you have some like killer ones on.
There's
Rareform.
some, yeah, on the old
Dude,
stuff,
he's
and now it's
chopping on this. Not like
now it's
chopping like the
like-
cuts, but like his guitar work on it. Like we would send, he'd send ideas like, what do you think about this and all that. And like the phrasing on some of these solos and like I like it a lot. It's just, you know.
I'm so
I can
amped
see
right now
it,
to hear it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, man. There's like there's a lot of, I don't know. It's just it's us. It's After the Burial, and it's cool, man. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's kind of like nerve-wracking because I want it to kill so bad, because we really like it, but you know, that's just part of putting yourself out there as an artist. It's like you're always gonna be like kind of like humble about it, I guess. Not some people, but we're definitely humble people. So it's like, we like it, and that's honestly what is most important. You have to write the music that you like to hear.
Honestly,
and,
yeah.
When a band's confident about it, you could tell.
Yeah.
Through their music.
Yeah, we're definitely confident about it. It's just now we have to wait. We have to play the waiting game.
Just can't wait to release. I personally am just like, let's get it out there already. You know what I mean? Like, I'm super stoked on it. You know what I mean? I think everybody is, but you know, it's just one of those things where you hear the horror stories of like people are like, yeah, like this band released this new album, and you know they say it's the best thing they've ever done, and it's just sounds completely like, what were you talking about? Like, you know, I don't want to,
Like,
you know, to put my foot in my
though?
mouth or whatever, but I'm super excited. We all are super excited on it. So
We are too.
yeah, it's gonna be sick.
So if you guys remember during my show, I asked 3 random silly questions. You guys remember that from last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I got some more for you. You guys ready?
Get it. Come on.
Okay, I reserve the right not to answer.
All right.
the fifth.
Question number 1.
4, 5, 5.
This one, you could just go, Trent. and-
Okay.
Yeah.
So sweet or salty?
Ooh, that's a good one for
both.
you.
Was
I
that
have to go both.
both? Like Chex Mix?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Oh man, sweet, salty, savory, bitter, sour, umami. Those are the.
Yeah,
there you go.
Shit, I guess I would pick salty, probably. Yeah, I'm not
Salty.
too into sweets. I'm not like a cake, ice cream, candy bars. I'm not a fan. So I'm
Yeah,
just
if you had like
salty,
candy
yeah.
right here, I'd eat all of it. Like,
Right.
I'm a
yeah,
sweet
dude. If
guy.
there was like Skittles on here and like a thing of cashews, you know what I mean? So I'd pick the cashews. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not a sweet kind of guy.
See, I would literally grab. They'd have to be salty
the same
cashews.
time?
Yeah, I'd grab both of them
I feel
because
that.
there's so much. Yeah, that's right there is umami.
Boom.
I love good food like that. But yeah, that's a good question. If I had to pick one or the other,
Yeah.
it would be salty
Okay.
because you need salt.
Yeah, of
It
course.
makes everything taste better.
It does.
It's seasoning.
Like chips and sauce. Like,
Everything.
all that.
Essential for any
All
food.
food. All right.
Question
Next
number
one.
2.
That wasn't even that silly, bro. That was. Like,
No, let's get sillier. Let's get weird,
Well,
dude.
because a lot of people are like, you're gonna really ask them sweet or salty? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what do they think of something else? And I'm
No,
like,
there's like
well,
that's like you're testing the waters, and we're getting crazier. I feel like. Let's
well,
go.
my next one's kind of dark, but
Okay.
we had fun with it.
Okay.
Would you rather know how you die or when you'll die?
Ooh.
I think I'd rather know how.
How? So you can
Yeah.
avoid it?
Yeah, so I can like take steps to avoid it.
No, because this isn't Final Destination stuff right here. Like, no matter, even if you know how, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, is that the stipulation? Like, if you
Well,
know,
yeah, but if you know you're gonna die by walking into a China store and a bull's gonna charge in there,
Okay.
and you're gonna be like some like victim of some crazy comedic circumstance,
yeah.
like I'm not going into any China stores, and I'm
Exactly.
probably gonna just try to avoid bulls. Like
Yeah,
that's
true.
kind of easy, so I'll live a lot longer.
just staying away from it. Then one day you have to go into your puppies being burned, and you're like, no, this is f***ing
Yeah, it's like the test.
So it was like, if I'm dying by a bus can just cram right through this building
Exactly,
right now.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be able to avoid that.
Damn, that's a good question.
But I guess you would be paranoid after a while, you know, like always on the edge. At least when
Right.
you know when, you know, like, all right, 3 weeks.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say when.
You can
That
plan
way I can
accordingly.
plan my entire whatever I got left in that.
You know all the shit you always wanted to do.
Yeah, dude. I'll go
Like flush like a shoe down the
do
toilet.
a double decker. I've always wanted to do one of those. You ever heard of a double decker?
No.
Can you take a dump on top of like the toilet, like, and then every time they flush, pieces of your poop.
Oh no,
you
that's it's called Haida-Duke. Oh,
know. Haida-Duke?
Yeah. No, upper decker.
Upper
It's
decker. There we go. Upper decker.
Haida-Duke was.
So if I had a week left of
Yeah.
living, I'd probably do that.
Okay.
You know,
That's solid.
I would definitely want to know when. So I could do
you
stuff
you
like
have
that.
3 weeks to live. What are you gonna do with your time? Adrian's sitting on top of a toilet with the lid off. He's pooping in the top of the toilet.
dude.
Yo, bro, we're 100% serious. Let's do that before we leave. Or wait,
No.
just kidding. Not here at the Gramercy where
Never
we.
do that.
we've
Yeah,
never
never
seen-
at Gramercy. Question number 3. If you had to be a fruit, what fruit would you be?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Kind of like an interview question, like a job interview question.
Yeah, it says a lot about a person, huh? You can get pretty deep into that.
That's a really hard one, man. I'd probably be like a pineapple.
You think? I was thinking tropical too. I was gonna think like mango.
Mango is a close second because I like mangoes a lot.
Why pineapple?
But then part of me wants to just say strawberry because like fucking strawberries.
Basic though. Like
Yeah, it is kind of basic, but you know what? Sometimes it's good.
Do you guys remember the old Flash video of like the evil strawberry? The kid and smashes it.
No.
Oh no! It's
Maybe?
like it's like a baby and a strawberry, and they keep the strawberry keeps calling the baby stupid. He's like, "I'm not stupid." And smashes it.
I'll have to look.
It's like one of those old Flash videos from like when,
peanut butter jelly, all that stuff. Okay,
I've seen a lot of videos because I was here when the internet was born, so I've probably seen it. But
like then 64 kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's screaming and all that. I remember that.
I'm 32 years old. I had dial-up. I had 100 AOL CDs that I took out of a dumpster behind a comic book store, and so I always had free internet. Well,
you know how you could really date somebody is if you get their email address and it's still like sbcglobal.net or like you know what I mean, you know, or
Netscape.
Yahoo. I feel like Yahoo is a pretty old one nowadays.
Yeah, my friend still has that.
No, I
have a Yahoo.
direct
He was born
all
in
my junk mail to
88,
Yahoo.
So he's 30 now.
Yeah.
He has a what? He has a Yahoo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Old ass mother.
Yeah, is this a non-swearing? You can just bleep us out, I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I did last time.
Okay. He swears a lot more than I do.
I'm just being me, baby.
He gets excited.
I'd rather that because you know when people talk, they're like, "Well, now I have to think about what I say." So I'd rather you guys just be open. But that was the random silly question segment. I hope you guys had fun with that.
That was enlightening. Actually, I learned more about myself just now.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Sick.
So what do you guys have planned after this tour? More shows? You're just gonna focus on the album?
It'll be just shifting focus to the album and getting the things that need to be done regarding rollout done. We're at a point in our careers where we don't need to tour through the winter if we don't want to, and being from the northern part of the country, like I know that I'd rather just like not be on the roads when they're icy in a tour bus. Like everybody's heard horror stories about bus crashes and stuff, and so whenever we can, we choose to just avoid touring the States.
You guys have a bus now, or
it's actually parked on a New York City street right now, Manhattan. It's a few blocks away. So yeah, man, we're just gonna be getting the new record stuff going, and we're still entertaining offers,
families and stuff like that.
Obviously, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, like all that. All that good stuff. Like, super important for us to be able to do that, especially since we're gone for 6 weeks on this run. These guys, flew to Minneapolis, and so they've been gone for like 7 weeks.
Damn.
Miss my dog.
Yeah, so just taking some time off for the holidays, and then really kicking it in gear for the new record. And we're entertaining offers right now for touring next year in the spring. Just kind of taking it as it comes, man.
Yeah, the guys swinging for sure.
You guys usually plan like a year or two in advance for tours, right?
We never really plan further than like 8 months, because that's like Warped Tour is probably like the longest with a year. Even like some of the European rigs won't start like planning theirs until about 8 months out.
Yeah.
But we try to be 6 to 8 months. Yeah. Just it seems to be the easiest time frame for everybody to shoot and line up their schedules.
There's a lot of moving parts when you're putting together a tour too. So it's just
there's
all the camps or have to like know everything else. Yeah.
It's a lot to put on a show like this.
Especially when you have a couple bands on, if it's just like one or two.
Yeah, I mean, everything.
So thank you so much for doing this, and can't wait to see you guys tonight.
All right, man.
Thank you. Some more silly questions in the future.
There you go.